Venom Let There Be Carnage is the sequel to the 2018 movie Venom, a film I'm not too big on, and I have to preface this review by saying I was like 15 minutes late into the movie, 10-15 minutes, but I was there on time. They just had one person doing the whole vaccine, like proof vaccine, everything, ID. So there was a really big lineup. A lot of people were actually late into the movie and they didn't delay it at all, which was a little bit weird. But I just had to start off the review by saying that in Venom 2 or Venom Let There Be Carnage, Tom Hardy returns as Eddie Brock or Venom, whatever you want to call him. And this duo has to face off against their brand new enemy, the very evil Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage. Now, I wouldn't say excited for the movie, but I was interested. I knew that it would probably play some part into the future of Marvel and everything, so I did check it out. I actually wasn't planning on seeing it this early. I saw it last night with a few friends, and we were kind of all just hanging out, and then one of my friends is like, yeah, I'm going to the movies tonight. Do you want to come? We're like, sure, why not? And we went, and I have to say, I unfortunately wasn't a fan of this film either. I think I'd have to watch the first one and then this one back to back to really kind of decide which one is better. I know a lot of people are saying this one is better, but to be honest, I don't really know. My biggest issue with this movie is that it feels like I sat down in the theater, 4 things happened, and then the credits rolled. It felt like that school project that you throw together the night before. The fact that it is 90 minutes already scared me before. Like when I posted on my story, I was like, oh God, it's 90 minutes. That's probably not a good thing, but it literally felt like a 30-minute movie. And yes, a big part of that is probably because I was 10-15 minutes late to it, but I've also heard other people say that who were there the whole time. And I was like, apparently that first 10 minutes wasn't super important compared to the rest of it. Like I still saw all the very crucial things of the plot, and I could probably name you 5 things that happened in the movie, and then it was over. Now, the action was improved compared to the first one. The first one's action was just terrible. You couldn't tell what the hell was going on. It was definitely improved here, but there are barely any action scenes. There's like basically, again, nothing that happens in the movie. It just felt like there were little pieces missing, like connecting scenes, stuff that would really tie the plot together that were just cut out. They're like, yeah, we'll make it as short as possible so people don't have to suffer. It felt like that for some reason, and I really like Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock. I think that he's a great casting choice. I think that in the movie, he's very good for what he's given. Same with Woody Harrelson. I know a lot of people kind of complain about him. I mean, obviously, I love Woody Harrelson, and I think he was good for what he was given here, although there was absolutely no character development for Cletus Cassidy, I think that's his name, or Carnage, whatever you want to call him, and the tacked on love story here is just so annoying. And by the end of the movie, with the other one and her superpower, whatever you want to call it, ability, we'll say, and the way it bounces off Carnage and them, it just got really annoying, and I was like, oh my God, I know what you're trying to do, you're just not doing it right. And this movie was directed by Andy Serkis, who is a very good actor and also a pretty good director as well. I'm not sure, I can't remember what else I've seen from him, but I know I've seen something, and it just didn't really feel like there was that like spark, like that extra flair, and I was expecting that coming from him because he is such a talented filmmaker and actor and everything, but maybe that was studio interference. I'm really not sure. There was just so much that went wrong with the movie. Yes, the acting's good. I wouldn't even say entertaining. I honestly wouldn't even say the majority of this movie is entertaining. There are scenes that I can point out that I liked, but I could probably name about 3 scenes. One of them does involve a rave, kinda, and they're complimenting Venom on his costume and everything. I think it's funny, but it's just like, why are we doing this when we only have 90 minutes for the movie? Why are we not setting everything up? I like how they initially set up Carnage. It was like, the setup of it was great, but then when it happened, all the way to the end, it just sucked. I wasn't super excited for the movie, but I still walked out disappointed. But I will say that end credit scene was great. It was better than the rest of the movie, and I know that's probably something everyone will say, but I do know a lot of people that did really enjoy the movie. I knew most of the people who were in the theater, and a lot of them I heard walking out going, yeah, I really liked that. It was really good. And I'm like, did we watch the same movie? But again, maybe that's just me. I'm not 100% sure on why the movie turned out like this. Like, it just felt like this giant mess that it's like they had a 2-hour movie that was R-rated and they cut everything down to an hour and a half and made it PG-13. I mean, Venom and Carnage are literally ripping people's heads off, but it's like they're doing it right here. They're doing it just out of frame, so it's like gone, and like you can't see it. And it's like, if you have a character like Carnage, like Venom alone, but Venom and Carnage, why is the movie not R-rated? I'm not sure. Venom Let There Be Carnage was exactly what I feared it would be. It's a rushed mess of a film that has the odd good scene, but I swear, I sat down and 4 things happened, and then the credits roll. Yes, Tom Hardy, Woody Harrelson, everyone in the movie is good, but there's just nothing about this movie that is special. It just felt like, as I said before, there was this 2-hour R-rated movie, they cut it down to an hour and a half and made it PG-13 and really ruined the movie for me. I'm gonna give Venom Let There Be Carnage a 2 out of 5. As I said before, I'm not sure which one I like more. I know a lot of people are saying this one's better. This one also has a positive score on Rotten Tomatoes, and I mean, I barely listen to Rotten Tomatoes anymore. Like, sometimes I'll post a thing on my story if I'm like, wow, that's a crazy high rating, but this is in like the 60s or 70s, and I'm like, how is this one fresh compared to the other movies? I really don't know. Maybe I just missed something with the movie. I would like to watch this one and the first one again, because I haven't seen the first one since the theaters, but again, because I didn't really enjoy it, there's no part of me that wanted to rewatch it again. Yes, I love Tom Hardy, obviously, he's a great actor, and he's very good in the movie. Everybody's good in the movie, but I don't know. There's just nothing really to talk about with this movie besides that post-credit scene, but I'm not going to get into it in this video because I don't want to spoil it for those who don't know what happens. But if you have seen the movie, please tell me if you liked it or if you agree with me down below, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.